Today we're going to cover A minor and also E. If E is the key that we're in, it's probably one of the best, if not the best key to play in guitar, then A minor is a subdominant. We're not going to scare you off on theory, but just know that those two chords will often be played together. So I'm going to run through a little quick demo and show you where we're headed today, get a closer look at it. The E minor chord is a beautiful chord, and we're going to show you how to play it. It's a 5-string chord. I do want to give you a closer look, and we're going to just study up on it. Okay, the A minor chord, if we're looking at the guitar right like this, there's the nut on the top, and you'll notice there's a X on the 6th string. The X means you don't play it, you just miss it. It's the best thing to do. I'm going to show you ways you can get around that too if you accidentally hit it. But you'll notice your 2nd finger is on the 4th string, your 3rd finger is on a 3rd string, and your 1st finger is on the 2nd string. And you've got 2 open strings, your 5th and your 1st. So let's look at that. A closer look. This is our shape right here. Of course, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So my 2nd finger is going to go right here. My 3rd finger is going to be right there, and my 1st is right here. If you'll remember, or maybe you've played the E shape, all we do is go this way. Same shape. So let's go on and play those 5 strings, and let's see if we can get a nice clean tone with it. Now if you hear this, that's kind of a buzz, and what that generally means is you're not pushing hard enough. I pushed a little hard and I got a clear tone. My 3rd string sounds bad now. What's going on there? I wasn't pushing hard enough again. So I'll just push a little harder and keep doing this. Isolate. If I hear that, I got a problem. I probably need to push harder, or on my 1st string, my 1st finger is accidentally hitting against it. Always remember, you got to have that bear claw shape. You're bent at this knuckle. Every knuckle is bent, and you're going straight down on your fretboard, almost straight down. Because if you're here's a straight down, here's leaning over. There's no way you can play that, so you're gonna have to work at that. It's worth the effort. Playing the guitar is worth a little bit of, a little bit of practice. And now, one thing that you might have noticed, I was trying to be very clear and play slowly and deliberately some things that I was doing. So you're playing the A minor, let's say we're strumming it. Take your 1st finger off. See how you got a little rhythm built in? It sounds a lot better than just playing. So you go. Dun, dun. That's A2. whenever you take it off there. See how easy it is to play the guitar? Hammer on. Now, that's called A suspended. A, you probably have had A because you wouldn't be probably studying minor chords without A, without doing the major chords first. So that's A suspended. So if we're in A minor, A2, A minor, A suspended. See how I'm muting it? I'm trying to give my strums a little more definition. Sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss and sometimes you mute. So practice that. That's something you can really use. Now, whenever you're always learning new chords, it's always a great idea to go just like. See what I just did? I just played a little scale. So I just played my A minor on, but I didn't play the first string. So you use that when you're playing your chords. Play around with the scale a little bit too. A little vibrato on there. Your G, D, this is D minor. And then back to A minor. So practice that kind of stuff a lot. Now with your G, you've been playing G, but just to show you real quick how simple it is, this is the way I normally play G. I don't normally play it like this. I use 2 fingers and I mute the 5th string. That's G suspended. And then back to D minor, A minor, you also go to C. On and on. So you can move between those shapes and you get a little bit of movement in between there too. So the A minor chord is very important. You can also go, of course, A minor. If you're taken some of my first, I think it was in my first video course, you learned that A. You can play that in certain chords, A, D, and A and D. You can play. And I'm not going into theory. I don't want to scare you off. It's a little bit of theory, but you got to remember, you're not going to be playing in A flat, B flat, and all these weird keys that, unless you're playing with violins or pianos or something, they're always going to be playing in those flatted keys. Generally, guitar players want to play in E, key of E, A, D, and C. Do little things to make your playing more interesting and harmonic and hear the harmonic still ringing. Real pretty sound. Okay, so I hope that helped you with your A minor To go to your E shape, you just go down one string. Switch over to A, you know, as an outro. All right, stick with, I hope you subscribe to me. It's so important that I get some subscribers, and I put a lot of work into these videos. I mean, it's a lot of thought process, and I'm just trying to help you out to learn guitar. So hopefully you can subscribe, notify, you know, share these videos, and come back, because I want you back. And I want you to get really good on guitar. We're going to learn finger style, you know, also. You know, we're going to learn all, teach you how to finger pick. So, you know, I'm going to teach you how to finger pick, because I've done a lot of finger picking under Chet Atkins. I learned how to play like Chet. I learned to play his one of his albums almost completely, except for one song I couldn't figure out how to do it. But the Almost Alone album, I could play that entire album. Not as good as Chet, of course, but, you know, a big finger picker also. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video.